Hello and what's up guys. In this video we are diving straight into something powerful, something serious. A bold message has just come up from the north and is shaking up the entire political space. Now this isn't just anyone talking. This is a well-respected woman from northern Nigeria, a former senator, a former finance minister, and now caretaker chair of the Labour Party. But in this speech, she doesn't even speak like a politician. She speaks like someone who has had enough. And trust me, her words are not soft at all. She slammed President Tinubu right there in public. She says boldly, Nigeria's democracy is under attack, and unless Nigerians stand up now, things will only get worse. She delivered this message in front of a crowd on Workers' Day. You could hear the pain in her voice as she spoke about Nigerian workers, how they teach in broken schools, heal in hospitals without medicine, protect lives with no support, and yet still sleep with hunger. She asked, is this how we will continue? She didn't just criticize, she called for action, real action. She said, it is time for Nigerians to brace up and kick out the APC government. According to her, the people in power have not only failed, they have destroyed the value of everything we once had. She gave a shocking comparison. If you had 1 million naira in the bank in 2015, how much is it worth in dollars today? When you do the math, you will realize how badly things have fallen. But guys, it doesn't stop there. This isn't just talk. She laid out what she called a 5-point New Deal for Nigerians workers. She said enough is enough with salaries that can't feed a family. No more fake promises. She said Nigerians deserve a living wage, one that actually reflects the real cost of living, not just what politicians feel like giving. She reminded everyone, labor creates wealth, and if the workers are the ones building this country, why are they the ones suffering the most? She also talked about dignity, how every Nigerian from roadside sellers to security men deserve better. She warned employers, both private and government, that under a Labour Party government, exploiting workers will become a crime. She didn't hold back. No more silence, no more fear. She said Nigerians workers must be free to join unions, to protest, and to fight for what is right without being arrested, beaten or shut down. She ended the callings on Nigerians to rise. She said the people must stop sitting on the sidelines. The time has come to organize, to unite, to move from pain to power. Her final words were clear. We will rebuild this nation, but only if we rise together and act now. Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
I have a very tight day, but I will still have to be here to see the reports. And that is why.
Fellow workers, yesterday we saw us all at Eagle Square for the Workers' Day celebration. For me, it came out as being a time when we could say it's a call for action. I thank Ewe for her work. Thank you so much for everything. Indeed, the time for action. So yesterday when I sat at Eagle Square, looking at workers, looking at the whole scenario, what came to my mind was, is this how we are going to continue? But anyway, it is a call to action. It is a moment to reaffirm our sacred commitment to the millions who build on construction sites, who teach in dilapidated schools, who work in hospitals that have no medicines, no electricity, and those who are in the security agencies to protect lives and properties. And also people, those of us who are in the power sector to power this nation. All of us is with our sweat and our sacrifice that this nation is being developed. So today, you, not just as acting chairman of the Labour Party, but as one of you who knows your hardship, shares your hope. And what is that hope? I believe all of us, our hope here is a Nigeria where labor is not exploited, but exalted. A Nigeria where the dignity of work is matched by the dignity of life. Let it be known here today and now that the Labour Party is actually not a party for workers, but it is a party of workers. So anywhere you are, so long as you are a worker, whether you are roasting corn by the roadside, whether you are working at the construction site, whether you are working anywhere you work, the Labour Party is your party. Therefore, for this year's celebration activities to mark the Workers' Day, we in the Labour Party are unveiling our 5-point New Deal for the Nigerian workers, a blueprint to restore dignity, to deliver justice, and to shift. Number one of these 5 things is the worker needs to be paid a living wage, not a starvation salary. It is a national disgrace that Nigerians work full time and still go to bed home. It is really sad. This must end. We will deliver a federally guaranteed inflation-adjusted living wage, one that reflects the true cost of living, not political convenience. No more symbolic gestures, no more backroom deals. The Nigerian workers deserve real income, not insults. Remember once more, our motto for the NLC is labor creates wealth. So we cannot be creating wealth and we are going to bed hungry. We cannot be creating wealth and living in penury. I was having a chat with my brother, Shegun, just before the program started. And I told him, I said, the way the policies, the present economic policies of this country are, most of us have been impoverished by almost everything you earned or you had, say, as at 2015, is being reduced. What you own is just about 10% of what you had, what the value of what you have. So if you think you live in a house, if you compare what your house was in 2015, if you were to calculate it in dollars, think about it today, if you are to calculate it in dollars, how much it is. But Shegun said something. He said, when you want it to hit home, what you should say is, if you had money in the bank, if you had 1 million naira in the bank in 2015, how much was it in dollars? That same 1 million in the bank today, how much is it in dollars? When you do that calculation, then you will know it will hit home. You will know that almost everything has been eroded. The second is labor rights are human. No employer, public or private, has the right to silence, suppress, or even enslave workers. Under a Labour Party government, we will make sure that we criminalize exploitative outsourcing and contract slavery. We will also protect the right to unionize, protest, and negotiate without fear. Anybody, if you want to belong to any union, you should be free to belong to any union. If you want to go on protest, you should be allowed to go on protest. If you want to negotiate, you should be able to do that without any fear. Your rights are not negotiable. They are constitutional. Number 3, health and housing as non-negotiable essentials. No worker should die because he or she cannot afford the hospital. No pensioner should sleep under the bridge. It is not acceptable. Therefore, we as Labour Party, we always say and we will keep saying, Number 5, Labour must sit at the table with power to negotiate. It is time for the working class to move from the margins to the center. It is time for the working class to influence national economic policies. It is also time for the working class to enforce labor law compliance. We ourselves, we must do it ourselves at some point. We are waiting for people to do it for us and they can't do it. We have to do it ourselves. But just like Omawe said, not with a gun, no. With our mouth, we will talk. We can come together and we would have to be the same. In closing, on behalf of the Labour Party, we make this pledge before the people and before history that Nigerian workers will no longer be used and discarded. That we will rebuild this nation from protest to policy, from sweat to sovereignty, from passion to power. We must rise up, we must organize, and we will win if we do that. May the Lord continue to bless each and every one of us. Just as you came here, I know it's a sacrifice. Dr. Mo said it, for everyone I see here, I know you sacrifice time and money to come. Not because you were paid to come. So just as you came safely, may God take each and every one of you back home safely.
Democracy is meant to be a system of government that delivers and delivers to all the people, not just a section of the people, not just a few. But what do we have today? I believe since we gone past the Greek democracy, which brought everybody to the square and everybody has a say in the decision making, which affects everybody or which affected everybody. Democracy has now become representative democracy. And representative democracy has not taken care of everybody. Today we have democracy, which is government of the people, of small number of people, by small number of people, over large number of people, who are deprived of what they need to have in life. Now that is not democracy that will endure. So if you are talking of democracy failing in Africa, democracy in Africa has failed. And why has it failed? Because it didn't have any, in context and in content, it's not African. It does not have any aspect of our culture, our way of life, what we stand for, what we believe. Ubuntu. I am because we are. It is I am because I can grab. What sort of democracy brings you and you grab everything and then illegally, corruptly, and you say go to court? When you know that even in the court, you cannot get justice. So if democracy is not that democracy is failing, democracy is dying. And if we are going to make democracy not to die, we have to look at democracy in the context and in the content of Africa.
That we call it democracy, it will destroy the country. Because no opposition equals number one reason why a one-party state is a bad idea. No opposition equals no accountability. Without opposition, who will expose corruption? Who will check the lies? Nigerian leaders will steal and fail openly, and nobody will stop them. Number two, short reason. We're going to come back and expand on these reasons. It's the lack of opposition is a shortcut to tyranny. Every dictator in history started by killing opposition. A one-party Nigeria is how we end up with our own Mugabe. And this time, there'll be no escape. Number three, one-party state is how poverty will explode. Without competing ideas, bad policies will reign. The same recycled politicians will keep Nigeria broke while their families fly private jets. Number four, freedom of speech will die. A one-party state will criminalize dissent. Tomorrow, criticizing the government online could land you in jail or worse. Number five, you see, our elections will become a theater. We'll still vote, but it will be fake. Just like in North Korea or Zimbabwe. Elections will be for show, while the real power is locked away in the one party. Number six, only the rich will matter. In one party Nigeria, if you are poor or middle class, which doesn't exist anymore, forget it. The politicians will serve only billionaires who fund their monopolies. Number seven, why one-party state will literally destroy Nigeria. A brain drain will hit record levels. Young Nigerians are fleeing already, and they will continue to flee in the millions. Doctors, engineers, creators, tech talents, all gone. Because we're building other people's country while Nigeria rots. The dangers of a one-party state.